Digital photography made simple.
Hello, welcome back to Digital 1-to-1. On this segment, we're going to be discussing a photographic method and process that we call previsualization.
A previsualization is a simple process used by experienced photographers. It's the process where we take and think about our image before we even take the shot. Now, why is this process so important?
Well, because when we walk through an image in our mind, we are producing a starting point to our creativity.
Painters use this process with their blank canvases by adding their ideas onto that canvas, and in a way they're pre-visualizing that scene.
Even in the way we sort of get dressed in the morning, we think ahead of how we want to look, and in a way we're pre-visualizing too. Now let's see how we can do this with our photography. Try this. Think of someone you know and love, and he or she are walking along a beach. What do you see?
What we're seeing is that pre-visualization of that scene in our mind.
Photographers also have the same choices. They can add and build elements into their pictures.
They do this by organizing or eliminating or emphasizing parts of a scene to make the best possible image.
When we walk through an image in our mind and analyze this preview, we're not just simply reacting and taking a quick snapshot.
Pre-visualization helps us develop a creation path, which helps us bring something of us into that shot.
And knowing what we want in our image before we click our camera is the very essence of pre-visualization. We came up with some very simple steps for you to follow that we think will help you with this process.
Now, these are the 5 steps. 1 is the time of day. 2 is the location that we're going to photograph that person in. 3 is how they're going to look in that shot. 4 is the quality of light. And 5 is the emotion you want them to have in that scene.
Well, here's an example. For instance, we're going to go visit a relative, and we want to record a great memory of them. How would we think about them in an image, and what stands out the most about them?
Well, let's think about that. I think we should be looking at what kind of room that relative would feel most comfortable in. Maybe the type of light that's in that room again, or maybe he has an emotion to a particular chair that he likes to sit in or she likes to sit in. Those are the kind of things that we could pre-visualize so we get that really great intimate shot.
Taking a great photograph starts off in our brain, not in our camera's technology. Understanding this process helps us achieve a more creative consistency in our images.
Our cameras are our tools that help us bring out our visions. Remember, we are the key component to making great photographs.
We're confident you're going to take better photographs. So give yourself the power to create and stop letting the camera just take the same old snapshots that everyone else does.
That's being a smart photographer and being a digital 1-to-1 photographer. So remember, for the best tips in your digital photography, look to us here on Digital 1-to-1.